nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown LSU.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Using his feet. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On second down, he'll let it fly. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. And it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just started rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David didn't love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Trying to get the corner. 20, he's got space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. Gain of 7. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided just the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. Smashes through. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Volunteers! And that one will give them the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll try to power it in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2.
LSU 7.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. It's complete to the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. When things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. Looking down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Tennessee 12, LSU 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
They want to throw it. Pass is incomplete. No good on the 2-point conversion. They tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee 12.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to get the edge on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take. Touchdown ball! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 90, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Trying to get to it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Snagged in the middle, it's Durham.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure, and I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
2nd down coming up. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Now improvising. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. On 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He'll call his own number. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got it down to the 3, now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a 3-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.